Hey guys, welcome back to our Kennesaw State Dynasty. We're playing against the UTEP Miners this week. We have been on a tear this season at 5-0, already tying our last season win total at 5 games. This week we're trying to push it faster and push it to 6 wins for the first time in a season. Can we do it? We are the pretty heavy favorites at about 9 overalls higher than the Miners, and we are at home. This is the last game of this home stretch of 4 games before we go on the road again, and we need to continue to show out. We're starting to get more fans in attendance each game. We're starting to see those seats fill up, and that is a real cool thing to see as we're starting to make this team a little bit more of a competitor now. Skylar Locklear will be the QB coming out for UTEP this week, as he was there last year when we played against him, so we're a little bit familiar with his style. But it's going to be a little bit different this time, as he's going to have a little bit probably better team overall, though I think their team technically is a little worse than it was last year when we played them. I'm pretty sure they were a 79 overall last time, and they're only a 73 or a 74 now, so that is a significant decrease. But Javon Jackson getting a nice run as he gets 9 yards on the first carry of the game. I don't like all this wide stack formation. It's not ideal for sure, especially if they run the ball, and that is just a good find. Just nobody over there to get that stop. So here we go again as they are starting to drive a little bit. Got the backup running back in. It is a little draw play as we'll get a good hit on him, but he gets the first down. Quintravion Wishner just completely free in there right now, doing whatever he wants. The whole running team is doing whatever they want basically. We'll try to see if we can contain that run, as that is just a wide open throw. I don't know what Jordan Young is doing over there, but he is not playing defense, as he just was not close enough on that curl route. I don't know if we try to press, see if we can be a little bit closer to that line and see if that helps. It's not going to help this time, as he's going to get a nice gain outside for a huge carry, and that is just excellent. We'll play a little bit more man. I don't know if we can get out there fast enough, though. I don't like the alignment here, as that's a great play from Jam Warren getting a TFL. Maybe cover 2 man is the way to go against these guys. If they run, it's definitely not. They do run, and we are going to be there for a TFL. Danellis Johnson making a play. Let's go, Danellis. We're going to pass commit. I think it's safe to do it this time with it being 3rd and 14. I mean, unless they're going to do a draw. They do run the ball. That's absurd. And he's going to get a massive gain. Who on earth thinks they run the ball on 3rd and 14 with just a regular inside run? They literally run the ball and they get a massive, massive gain because of it. I'm going to get that TFL, though, which is very big. We're going to press and play everybody a little bit closer to the line. Going to just throw the ball out of the back of the end zone. There's really nobody open on that one. Do some cover 4 drop and press everybody underneath. See what they have, as they're going to just throw it out of bounds. Nobody open again. Great defense for us to hold them to a field goal. And this is not a gimme field goal either. This is pretty far right hash. They're going to have to be pretty good to hit this one, and they actually missed it. Let's go. Great defensive stop, and he just could not hit it. The crowd was getting to him there, I think, maybe a little bit, and that is awesome. So we are going to get back out on offense for the first time in this game. I think we're going to try to hit a little stretch play with Tavares Jones. He is sitting first in the Heisman race right now. Sitting pretty, playing really, really off the charts this season. But one of the reasons that he's been playing so well is because of how good this offensive line has been blocking for him. Good run from Tavares Jones. He spins upfield and he gets another huge carry. We'll go right back to it. We're going to hit him with a read option this time. See if we can get that motion guy in there. Gets a run up the middle, and Tavares Jones is going to break that to the outside. He's got some speed. Is he fast enough? He's not. He's out to the 14-yard line. but 65 yards in just 3 carries for Tavares Jones. He is such an electric player when in space. We're going to throw in Juan Kindred here to give him a little bit of a breather because he probably is gassed getting the ball those last couple plays in a row. And this time, Tavares, oh my gosh, I keep calling him Tavares, but he just absolutely bowls over him. Juan Kindred just making things happen on that one. Gonna see if we can maybe get a little bit of a deep out here to kind of mix things up a little bit. Can we get a short little out there also? We'll see what's available. It's wide open here for DJ Scott, and he's going to get a receiving touchdown. And we go up on the board 7-0 to start this game. Excellent job on the defense to be able to get that stand in the red zone, and for our offense to drive down the field pretty methodically and put up some points. We're about halfway through the first quarter. Looking pretty good. We got to see if we can tighten up that run defense a little bit because they are just going to run through us if we don't. I'm liking this double bracket lately. I feel like it's been very nice for man coverage as they are going to try to do a little jet touch pass. Just gets basically back to the line of scrimmage. See what happens with a little bit of half and half coverage here. See if that's able to do much as they're just going to dump that off quickly. And he's going to get a few yards. It's 3rd and 7 now. Here we are, 3rd and 7. Skylar Locklear's going to drop back. They're actually going to run the ball. I thought for a minute they were going to pass that ball, so we went into a decently heavy pass formation, and they still tried to run the ball. They don't pick it up, and it is going to be a punt for us. So excellent defense from Kennesaw State. We adjusted to the way they were playing, and we're able to get some solid gains because of it. So we're going to get the ball back. We'll go right back to this offense. I think we're going to try that power option again. We tried it once earlier, and it was pretty solid. Going to throw it quick to Tavares Jones. Is he fast enough to get outside? He is. He's going to go down the sideline. He pushes a man off, says, "Get off me," and he's going to get 20-some yards on that carry. I'm interested to see about a little PA fake on this one. Throws it. It is a diving swat. He threw it a little bit too behind him, or else that could have been actually not bad at all. Instead, we're going to try to hit him with a little bit of a halfback screen. It has been pretty successful for us so far. Gets to the outside, spins upfield, breaks another tackle, and he's going to get that first down. We're down to the 30-yard line. Gabe Benyard now in the action. See how he does running the ball, as he's going to run a nice run, and he gets a juke move, gets upfield, and gets about 15 yards. Gabe Benyard doing absolutely excellent so far in this game. We'll go back to Tavares Jones now. Gets a move. He breaks a tackle, and he gets 9 yards. He is just working for it today. We'll see about trying a jet touch pass. Depends on if we can hit this block. If our running back can get the block, we might be able to just cut this upfield. Gets kind of leveled, but we get the first down. I feel like we just keep this on the ground. Yeah, we got the power back in here this time. They have a terrible alignment. We should be free on this. And that is a completely wide open touchdown for Juan Kindred, as he gets another one up on the board, and we are going up by 2 scores now. Great job from us. So again, if you guys missed it, we did end up signing that 5-star QB just a little bit ago, and he is going to be such a big person for our team next year. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Super excited to see the rest of the recruits that we could potentially sign. Very close, potentially even signing some right after this game, to be honest. It's very realistic that we could get a handful of them, considering that other 5-star linebacker is also right on the fence with signing with us. Getting 2 top 5 players, or not top 5, but 2 top 5-star players would be amazing for this team. As they're going to throw that one, and he's going to drop it. Good hit from Kai Stokes. We just couldn't keep up with him from a speed standpoint with our linebacker, as it was a good find from Skylar. We knew he was going to throw that, and we were just hoping Kai Stokes was going to get the knockout. This one's probably not going to be able to be returned, and yeah, it was a good punt. It looks like zone coverage if we're able to get Bohannon out here. We are. That's perfect. He is going to, oh, he's just not fast enough. I don't know how that's a TFL, to be honest, though. But apparently it is a TFL. I also don't really know why the only plays they want us to do in this entire formation is just gun formations and just send the house. Like, that is what our offensive coordinator wants. Nothing but. As that is just a terrible, terrible play, and we're going to get sacked immediately. Like, I feel like there's no way that that was going to work. So instead, now we're doing basically a 4 verts play. Gonna throw it, and that's actually a dot. That's a dot to Connor Finer. What a throw from Ethan Vasco. He just took the top off the defense and threw an absolute laser about 50-some yards downfield, and our tight end is gonna haul that one in. Absolutely fantastic. He got hit after the throw, too. He has 66-yard pass through that right past the diving deep safety. What a find. Good job from that kid, keeping his eyes upfield and making a play, holding in there to take that hit. We'll put the ball back on the ground. Gonna just try to use the blockers, gets a couple yards. Should be able to effectively use this as about the last play of the first quarter. We'll do a little jet touch to Christian Moss again. Can he get some space? He is not quite fast enough. We'll get a few yards. He's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4. But we'll take it to the end of the quarter, and it's 14-0. App State here, and we are threatening yet again. Look at that. Rushing yards, 121 rushing yards on the ground, and 89 passing yards. We're doing pretty good at being a little bit more balanced this week. Ideally, we can kind of keep that up. I really like this gun slant play, especially from this spot, because it gives us a good opportunity to get a handful of these guys open. All right, here we go on this next possession. 4th and inches. He couldn't quite stay in bounds. I feel like we go for that. I mean, if we go for this and we end up putting it away early, that could be massive. 4th and inches from this far. I feel like if we miss it, it would be big, but I feel like we do it. And I think we got it. We did get it. Let's go. That's a little bit gutsy of a call, but I think getting all the way downfield here and only getting a field goal would be a terrible morale for our team. And I mean, we might only anyway, but at least we're able to kind of get a little bit more clock off of this. I'm going to try another jet touch pass. Try to get Christian Moss involved again. Is he? Oh, it's not. I really thought that was a jet touch pass. That's probably on me. Well, that is interesting. All right, well, we'll throw the ball on the screen. He's going to find his way to 4th and goal at the 1 again. I think now is tempting fate too much if we go forward again. I think we have to just kick the field goal this time. I feel like that's really unlucky, but I feel like going for it twice at that spot would be absolute momentum collapse if we were to not get it this time. So I think we're going to be safe. We're going to take the field goal. End up getting a couple more plays, draining another minute or so off the clock. We'll take that. We'll definitely take that. So 6.5 minutes here in the second quarter as UTEP's going to get the return. And not much there. Gets to about the 18. This double bracket's been kind of money. I've been really liking it. We'll see if it continues to work pretty nice. It's a nice little toss play, though. But Barron Hobson flying over there to get him, somehow gets him before the 1st down. I'm actually not even sure how he did that. And I don't know why my 3-rec is saying to play over there. So I guess I got to play with him because... Can we press? Don't want to give up a lot of space here. And that is a sack. That's a huge sack from Tylon Dunlap. I think we keep it the same. I think we press again, though. Going to press and pinch the line. It's 3rd and 2. We're expecting probably a run. It is a run, and he's going to have a great back juke. And he gets a huge gain of about 10 to 15 yards right up the middle. just very, very unfortunate as they just run straight up the middle and make a great play. And that is also terrible for us. It's a good open field tackle from Kai Stokes, but that is not what you want to see. That is why you run palms over quarters, because that does not happen as much. So not ideal. 2nd and 1, probably a run. That is a run, and we're going to get a big hit on him, but he somehow falls forward. I don't know how he falls forward with that hit stick animation, but he does fall forward. So back to a play action. He's going to be under pressure, and he's going to go down. That's a sack from Donovan Westmoreland and Tuodi getting in there and getting the sack combo. 2nd and 18 now. I mean, you really can't expect that it's going to be anything else, but it is a run again, and it's another TFL. Danellis Johnson making himself known out there. So 3rd and 19. We'll go with the pass commit since we expect a pass. It ends up being the screen. There's no way he gets this. Oh, okay. I was going to say Danellis couldn't wrap him up, and he had some space there for a minute. Great tackle to keep it a 4th down situation, and they're going to have to punt that off. That looks like a terrible punt. That's got to be out mid-20s. Yeah, 26-yard line. Now this is what we like to see. Only one defender out there to the side. Going to pitch it off a little late to Tavares Jones. He gets a nice carry, and that's about 12 yards. Normally a pretty good combo when you follow it up with the read option right afterward. And he just gets about 1 yard there, so not that much on that one. But 2nd down and 9. Gonna throw that one, and that's a good throw. And Nathan Leacock has some speed. The nice little in route was perfect for him as he gets a massive gain for 24 yards right away. And actually, could we change something here? Yeah, let's go straight with that. Run him off. And no, not that. We want a corner route on that. That would be pretty excellent. Gets a quick throw. Moss is going to get some space, and he gets a nice 12 yards. Just using the alignment against them. They went heavy in the box, and we were able to change our play. See, again, going heavy in the box. So we'll go ahead and change the play then. See if we can put Hobson on some sort of quick out to see if we can, not necessarily quick out, but something that can kind of fool him there. Perfect. And he's going to get that nice catch, and it's another 1st down. So 1st and 10. Under 3 minutes here. Going to run it off to the outside, and he's in for the touchdown. His excel is just too good. Tavares Jones, you can't hold him out of the end zone for too long as he is in for the score, and we're going to push this lead to 24-0 here as we're nearing in on halftime. Got themselves in a trips formation this time, so we'll go back to the palms. So ideally we don't get destroyed by it, and we still get destroyed by it because it's Jericho Washington on a curl route every single time. And I mean, if I was UTEP, I'd be running curls at Jericho Washington all day long. He has not shown that he can stop that ever. So I would never stop it. I'd literally do the same thing. And actually, what do I know? Because they just run the ball on a stretch, and it's a huge gain of like 40-something yards. Yeah, 39 yards. What a run. Can we send something here? Can we get a little bit of pressure on this guy? I feel like we haven't hardly had much. And it's a strip sack. It's going to be picked up by Donovan Westmoreland. He's got some speed. He breaks a tackle. He's going to take this thing all the way to the end zone. Donovan Westmoreland is going to bring it all the way for the touchdown on the strip sack from Milau Fox. An excellent time to call the blitz, and Milau makes him pay. I might honestly blitz him one more time. Actually, you know what? No, we're going to go man. We're going to go man here because I don't want that to happen. I don't want an immediate touchdown to happen because of that. I think now we go with the blitz. Maybe not. Maybe not. Back to cover 3. Back to cover 3. Going to, oh wow, that was excellent by their quarterback there to make me get off that guy and then come back to it. Pause. But, you know, all right, well, all right, back to double stack. It's either a run or a quick pass. We got excellent defensive coverage too, and he somehow just gets past us and does so much with it. We'll go to cover one hole. Let's try some more, man. Can we play Porter in this situation and do something here? No, we can't. Just a big gash. All right, go back to the good old pass commit. And that is a throw over the middle for another first down. Just no matter what we're doing right now, they're just tearing us apart. Skylar Locker's looking like Aaron Rodgers or something out here. Like there's not much we're doing that's doing anything to stop them right now. Oh, wow, their tight end. How is he so quick? He's outrunning the whole secondary. Well, first and goal. Oh, we were with them, and then we had to swap to the other guy. We should have known. 80 is a mismatch. Martavis Collins is apparently 99 speed because there's no one that's keeping up with him. We just don't have the athletes for that, as they are getting themselves on the board. We gotta get some of these points here when we can get them. Can we get some more points before the half? That would be very ideal. First and goal then. Gonna throw it quick to Tavares Jones. Get a couple yards. I'm gonna call a timeout there. It's actually a solid gain on first down. Second down now and 1. Throws it. Nathan Leacock's got a step. He's going to take it all the way. He's absolutely wide open. They had one corner over there covering both receivers. And the absolute bomb, Ethan Vasco hitting another bomb today, as that's a touchdown in 13 seconds. Nathan Leacock getting probably a season high in receiving yards in this game as he torches the corner for a big touchdown. The problem is did we give them too much time to score? Because that would not be ideal if they score another touchdown here. So we probably want to go pretty far back in coverage. Not really rush too much on this one. We'll pinch our line though just in case. But they run up the middle and get a nice gain. We're going to call a timeout after about 7 yards or so. Or about 8. Close enough. I'm assuming, I'm hoping they run this clock out. That would be the most ideal thing in the world. But I could see them also trying to pass. I don't know why they're calling timeouts, though, if they're just running the ball. I'm going to pass commit. I'm expecting this is probably a pass. As they throw that on a rope. That's a dot. Not in field goal range. I really don't. They are trying for a field goal. This is an insane field goal. This is they're literally kicking from beyond 50 yards. I was going to say, there is no shot. I mean, he had a decent leg on that, though, actually. But at halftime, so far, we're playing well against this crowd as we are starting to fill out these seats. Passing yards. Look at that. Ethan Vasco, 232 in the air. Let's go. He is starting to look a little bit better this season with his passing yards. Some of those guys, Nathan Leacock and Ethan Vasco, both thinking about transferring because of the passing yards. We're just not passing as much this season since Tavares Jones has just been absolutely torching everybody. And, you know, rightfully so. If he's first in the Heisman, you're going to feed him the rock. So glad that we were able to get some nice yards there. Maybe we can get a little 300-yard passing game in here. Maybe salvage some of those guys towards the end of the season. Worst case scenario, that's fine since we have that other quarterback that committed now for us. 5-star QB. I mean, ideally, yeah, we let the 5-star QB sit for a season so he can be just absolutely ridiculous in his freshman redshirt season. But sometimes you just can't do that. And just like that, you sometimes just can't run the ball right up the middle because they get an instant shed and you're going to lose yards. Second down and 12. That could be picked. That's going to be intercepted. Great defense by the safety. He played me so well on that one. It looked like he was covering that post route. I tried to put him in conflict with the post or the in route, and he played both. So That's just an excellent play by him. To be honest, that's just excellent. Well, let's try again. This time we're going to run. Gonna run with Tavares Jones. Gets himself a nice little 3-yard carry up the middle. We'll try to go back to our train formation. See if we can hit him with a little bit more of that option play. It's been pretty successful this season so far. Gets it off to Tavares Jones. Is his speed going to be enough? He does not break the tackle, but he gets around the outside and gets a massive gain. He's up over 134 yards on the day. I think this is one of the ones that we changed this to a pass. I feel like they are heavy in run formation right now, and we'll hit him with the pass. Connor Finer's going to get a nice 6-yard gain, and yeah, I feel like they're blitzing. Going to throw it perfect to Connor Finer. He might be able to take that thing to the house. Is he fast enough to go? He's all the way in for the touchdown. A great awareness from the offensive coordinator to signal to change that play from a run to a pass. We noticed it was most likely a 0 blitz, and it was. There was no shot that anyone was catching that guy. As long as he came free on that man-beating route, it was a touchdown. And boy, did that look good. Throwing a nice dart. Ethan Vasco getting it for another touchdown. So that should put Ethan about over 300 yards on the day, which is a solid day for him. Kind of making up for that interception a little bit, especially because the interception was a pick 6, which is pretty much the worst of all worlds. But we'll go back to, they're doing that stinking 4-wide set again. I hate this because then they run the ball out of it and it makes it terrible. And they just, why are you so far away? This is man cover. Once it lets me do the replay, this is man coverage. There is no reason not to follow him. This is one-on-one man coverage. You are in man coverage, sir. You are a corner. What is this? Why? Both of you are actually supposed to be on him. And you don't even attempt to run in that direction until well after he catches the ball. That's just, honestly, that's terrible. Defense in general. And that's just another good run. Right through the hole in the middle, Javon Jackson. 1st and 10 now. Gonna run the ball. Jam Warren is gonna be there, but he gets his tackle broken like he's a preschooler, and they immediately get more yards. I think we're gonna play underneath this time and expect it to, wow, he breaks the tackle. Can we make another one? Okay, good stop from Jam, and he's dead. -20 speed is aggressive. That is very aggressive, Jam. You're not even quick to begin with. You're probably running backward at this point, I'm pretty sure. I don't think he's in there. No, he's not there either. All right, I think he's just our safety. Yeah. -19 speed over here. I don't... Ugh. All right, Markel. Can you make a play for us instead of Jam? We're going to press. Bring everybody down. It's going to be something quick. It's probably an RPO. It is an RPO! And he's go... Oh, wow. The guy that I literally just said didn't do anything, Therese Hamilton, is going to get all the way into the end zone for a 48-yard pick 6. He actually played it that time, and we're going to get the pick. Apparently, he just doesn't play man coverage. He plays zone coverage. Well, I can probably about do some similar concepts here with just kind of press zone coverage. That just might be the move, as that is going to be a good broken tackle from the wide receivers. He's going to get 5 yards on the jet touch pass. Locker's 20 for 25 today. That is actually deceptively great. I'm going to go 3-4. Pinch Bucks 0. Send a little bit of pressure here. I'm expecting it to be some sort of run. You can definitely creep up a little bit. Oh, it's a pass. Oh, that was close as well. That was also a risky pass for certain. 3rd down and 5. Gonna run with it and not get the first. He tries to fight for it, but Jam, I don't know why you're out there again, Jam, but Jam, Warren, and Sidney Porter gonna be in there for the stop. Tykeem Wallace, we have a little bit of blocking on this one. We actually might be able to do something with this. Oh, wow, he only had a guy to beat there. So 52-14, I think we're getting to a point where we're going to have to start milking clock as Tavares Jones is getting some nice yards downfield. He's up over 150 yards. On the day, we're going to go to chew clock. I know it's about halfway through the third, but we're up pretty big, and we want to make sure that they don't continue to score points. So we're going to run the ball again. Going to have a find, and he gets 4 yards up the middle. 2nd down and 6. Going to not give it to him and keep it, and gets really just back to the line of scrimmage. Wasn't the best choice there, but I don't think either one was the right option. There wasn't just anything good yet. Gonna pitch it off. What a play. Tavares Jones is gonna stroll in for a touchdown. And they just don't know how to stop this option offense. I'm so glad we turned into more of a rushing / option style of the pistol offense, because it is so effective against these defenses in this lower conference. They just don't have the speed or athletes to be able to play against it. We'll go ahead and press again. It's 1st and 10. Gonna throw it to the side, and he gets mauled by Therese Hamilton. Try a little bit of zone or man coverage here. That's a good little quick dot to that little out route as he gets a few yards. Going to throw the ball right across the middle of the field. Absolutely right across it. Sidney Porter just not even, literally even playing defense. You can't even say you're playing defense if you are that far off from the receiver. And same thing there. 9 yards on the catch. Just a simple curl. And that's really it. But that's just absolutely money for them right now. 2nd and 1. They're going to run it off. And wow, that could be a huge gain. Could be a huge gain. He breaks a tackle, and he's going to get in for the touchdown. Javon Jackson just going off today with another huge play, putting them back on the board. They're up to 21 points now with 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Come on, guys. We got to hold it together. Let's not let UTEP score 50 points on us today. Back to the read option look. Going to run the ball, and Tavares is just going to get basically back to the line of scrimmage. Not much else there. Liking the stretch look here if he's fast enough for it. Oh, what a cut move from Tavares Jones. Puts his foot in the dirt and just gets a massive gain. I kind of want to try this. This looks like a very interesting route from triangle if we're able to get that off. Oh, it would have been a touchdown. We needed a ½ second longer, and that would have been an absolute bomb to Gabriel Benyard. We'll have to remember that play for the future. Gonna pitch that one off. Tavares getting a little spin move, ends up losing a yard. It's actually kind of crazy. We're just going to let that thing run out the rest of the 3rd quarter, if I can speak. Well, we might have waited a little bit too long in the play clock. Can we get it off? We do get it off. Gonna throw it, and he just missed him. He overthrew the in route. It would have been a completion and a 1st down, but just was not able to get that one off. So unfortunate, so we're going to have to punt it away. And we'll see if we can pin them back deep. Might not be the best punt in the world, but they do fair catch it, so it's going to be inside the 20, so we'll take that. Not a big fan of 3 running backs whenever only one of them is in the backfield. Why is this even a thing? And that is just going to be a free sack. There was just no one even stopping Milo Fox as he gets in there. He's wrecking today. We're doing that again. I don't know why they have 3 running backs in. Are they putting the backups in? Is this what it is? Is their backup running backs better than their actual receivers? Is that what it actually is? Because it says, yeah, 3 running back, 2 receiver. I feel like it's actually just because their running backs are better than their receivers. Yeah, because the starter's not even in, right? That's McConnell. Yeah, I don't know who this guy is. But they're just going to throw it out to the flat. He's going to get some nice space. He does not get the first, though. They push him out of bounds. Yeah, C. McConnell, the senior from California, he's in, and he's 2 for 2 on the drive, but they're going to end up punting this one away. So they have the full-on backups in here already, as I guess they've given up. And Takeem's going to get a little move to the outside, breaks a tackle, stutter steps, and gets knocked out of bounds out on the other side of the 50. Try to get a couple more yards with Tavares, that we're probably going to end up putting him on the bench as well, trying to continue to strengthen his Heisman game. And that is a good play for him. He gets another 10 yards. Up over 200 yards on the day for Tavares Jones. His 4th or 5th, or maybe 6th. I think it's 4th at least. But a good run from Tavares Jones, and he's going to get another 10 yards on the carry. Juan Kindred, the backup, is in. Tavares has literally had, I'm pretty sure, about 200 yards in most of the games that we've played with him, that he's played the full game in. And it's just such a difference maker to have on an offense when you can rely on a guy to single-handedly get you so many yards. Good stiff arm from Tavares Jones. He wants another touchdown. Can we get him a 3rd touchdown today and then retire him for the rest of this one? We'll try to punch it in as we get a nice cutback. He gets a huge stiff arm. It's 1st and goal at the 1. We'll have Kindred in here this time, actually, since it is a power formation. He is going to fall down. Interesting how he fell. I'm not really sure on how that one worked. But that one he will get in for the touchdown, and we will push the score even more. As the extra point is up, and it is good, and we've scored 66 points against these UTEP Miners. 3 minutes left. Pretty much garbage time at this point. Looks like the backups are probably going to still be in. Defense has done pretty well today. 4 sacks has been pretty solid. I mean, their running game has been the best part of them. They had a couple big plays that we would like to not have seen. But all in all, you know, we think we played pretty well. I mean, one of their scores wasn't even on defense. It was a pick 6. It was a terrible throw. And that pick 6 was, 7 of these 21 points. We've really only allowed so many points on defense pretty much all season. It's been about that 2 score consistently each game. And you really, you can't really be too upset at that. If you're only allowing 14 points on defense, you're going to win a lot of games, especially if your offense is putting up 40, 50 points a game like ours is right now. So we'll have to see if we can continue that strive for the rest of the season. Don't know if we have enough depth to be able to keep up with that for, a full season length of time. I think that's going to be our biggest problem, as that's going to be a pick. Is that Hollum? Tyler Hollum getting a pick. He's barely been in as one of the more defensive backups, I guess. He ends up getting a huge pick. I didn't realize Tavares is in, so we'll give him one more snap and then we'll take him out. Gotta take him out of the game. Do not want him to get injured. And I'm just gonna run the rest of this clock out, so I'll see you guys at the end of it. But so that is gonna do it for this one. 66-21, your final score. Undefeated, still 6-0, demolishing this homestand. And we are a force to be reckoned with right now with our rush team. Tavares Jones, 25 rushes for 240, still averaging an insane amount of yards per carry. Getting his 2 touchdowns, almost had that 3rd one, but we let Juan Kindred, the freshman, come in there and get another score, get him a little bit more development. But defensively, we had some nice plays, getting a couple interceptions, got a nice amount of sacks, some TFLs, allowed a couple bigger plays that we didn't want to allow, but all in all, I feel like I was pretty satisfied with the defensive possessions. We did allow 389 yards, which is not ideal, but hey, they only scored 14 points off of it on offense. The rest of it was from this pick 6 from Ethan Vesco that was horrendous. But other than that, 15 for 19 for 302 with 3 touchdowns is a pretty solid day for him, actually breaking the 300-yard mark this season. Tavares, we already talked about him. Juan Kindred getting 2 touchdowns in the backup role. Gabe Benyard even had 15 rushes, or 15 yards on one of those rushes. 126 for Connor Finer was crazy. Nathan Leacock, he did not end up getting 100, but he had 94 yards. DeForest Jones just still one of those guys that's just reliable to even catch the pass too. Christian Moss getting 20 yards on 3 catches. Leading tackler was Baron Hobson, playing well. Kai Stokes and Jam Warren also getting 9. 3 TFLs for Danellis Johnson, 2 for Milau and Tylon Dunlap. 2 sacks for Milau Fox. He had that huge strip sack that ended in a touchdown, which was massive for us to turn that tide. Tylon Dunlap getting another sack in there. 2 interceptions, 1 from Holland, 1 from Hamilton. A couple pass deflections, a forced fumble also from the Milau Fox, which I already talked about. But 2 touchdowns, 2 defensive touchdowns is actually absurd. For considering that we allowed 2 offensive touchdowns and we scored 2 defensive touchdowns, our defense alone against their offense would have led this game into overtime. Let's go, guys. Richard Dubois, the 5th overall player in this entire recruiting class, just committed, the 5-star middle linebacker. Let's go. Oh, we somehow lost Ty Emery to Georgia Tech. I have no idea how that one happened, but so that's super unlucky. But championship contender going up to a B+. I mean, how close are we to being ranked at this point at 6-0? Milau Fox getting that CUSA Defensive Player of the Week. Is he also going to get national too? He does get the National Player of the Week. That is awesome. Congrats to Milau. He really balled out. DeForest Jones, obviously, every week he's going to be Offensive Player of the Week. Still sitting there at first place for the Heisman is DeForest Jones. I mean, guys, Tavares is absolutely dominating. Absolutely dominating the other players. Like, he is leading in yards by close to double. He is on pace at only playing 6 games so far. He is on pace to have 3,000 rushing yards and 32 rushing touchdowns. I mean, that's not going to happen, but that's his pace right now. He is just absolutely on another planet. And the thing is, he doesn't even have the most carries. Like, which is crazy. He's on pace with some of these other guys that have only played 6 games and 7 games. Like, it's not like we're even force feeding him the ball that much. He is not even first in carries. So we're getting closer and closer to committing Marco Davis for recruiting. Should be ideally next week we get him, which would be awesome. And we are gaining a massive ton right now on Kiki. That could be another 4-star lineman for us. That'd be 2 centers and a left guard this year. Should be pretty good considering we got, one of them last year? Maybe 2 of them last year? That could get us a full 5-star offensive line, or 4-star offensive line. Would absolutely love that. And yeah, getting pretty close on some of these defensive linemen. So unfortunate that we did not get this Ty Emery. I'm going to hold off on this because he, I believe, was one of those championship contender guys. He might have been playing time or playing style. So we'll see. I think he might have been playing style. If he was playing style, they could theoretically drop out of the list and then we could steal him at the end if they're deal breakers that. So I'm going to keep him on the list since he's still just a verbal commit. But so pumped we got Richard Dubois. It's got to be Dubois, right? Instead of Dubois. But Dubois sounds better, but I think Dubois is OIS, so I feel like it's Dubois. But I don't know. You guys let me know how you think I should pronounce that one. We can finally add some more hours. We pretty much have half of our entire hours back, so we're going to throw a bunch of hours. With this guy, we can even give him a visit too, which is awesome. So we'll go ahead and give him a visit. So we got a week 10 visit for the middle linebacker, which is nice. Very, very close to getting Dylan Griggs. Should have him also next week. We can finally add a bunch onto this guy if we can find a way to squeeze on the board just in time. We've had a scholarship on him for a couple weeks now, so we should be climbing up the rank on him. So hopefully we'll be able to squeeze our way in there. Take him off the board since he's locked us out. Everett, getting pretty close to signing Everett too. Oh, and we can finally go hard on this guy also. Still could be a half dozen other things on him, so I'm not going to hard sell him. We're just going to send the house at this point so we can try to get some more points for him. And then ideally we'll be able to have him come for a visit the following visit week potential. I think the last thing I'm going to do is just add a little bit of hours on to this tight end. Well, looking at our conference standings, we are sitting at second place, pretty much tied with Liberty for first place in the CUSA. We just have one less conference game played than them, both sitting at an undefeated 6-0, but our point differential looks significantly better than theirs does. Undefeated 4-0 at home, 2-0 on the road. They've been playing more away games, so that bodes well for them to continue their undefeated season. So we have a mashup at the end of the season. That's going to be a game to mark on the calendar. So we are at week 9 right now, playing against FIU on the road. After a couple home games in a row, we've been pretty much demolishing people left and right with our ground and our air attack in the last few weeks, being a little bit more balanced out there on offense. FIU is going to be an interesting matchup though for us. See how we go on the road. If we can continue to win against them, then we'll end up playing against Middle Tennessee State, which has a lot of recruits coming to that game. Really, we should have a lot of our recruits pretty much locked up by the time that we finish this Week 10 game and head to Jack State for some interstate rivalry matchups here. Or not really interstate because they're in Alabama, but, you know, so right next door. It'll be a good rivalry game for us. So hopefully we can get all of our commits to flood into the program before we do that game. And then we're going to try to see if we can end the season out strong so we can play against Liberty, because that is just definitely the game that's going to be the one to watch, as that is the potential conference championship matchup that we were going to end up playing the very following week after our bye. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. But that is about going to end it for this video, guys. So thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Let me know if there's anything you would like me to change or improve about it in the comments. But until then, I will see you guys in the next one. How about you check out one of these videos?